Today on Nova Legends podcast, I have 2025 Meridian Soccer. They just won a state championship, I believe, for the second time in 3 years. With me today, I have Aiden Bakewell, defender going to JMU. Fletcher Saaty. Fletcher, is that right? Or Sadie?
That's right. Saudi.
Saaty was a forward going to Pitt, was an All-State Player of the Year. Aiden was first team All-State defense. And we got a freshman, Zach Miller, who was a big contributor. I think you were on all region, Zach, as a freshman. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eastern region.
close enough. Anyway, guys, congratulations. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, sure. First of all, let's talk a little bit about playing in Falls Church. Do you guys in the city of Falls Church, do you guys feel neglected sometimes that everyone around there's 26 schools, I believe, around you guys that play in the same league, and you guys are traveling to Manassas and other places to play league games. You do play some games, non-district games against local teams, like good teams like Alexandria City and Annandale. But most of your games are against teams with small enrollments like you guys. In some ways, you just wish you guys played with the rest of the schools, even though it might be more competitive. But obviously, you guys proven you can compete.
I mean, I think there's times where we think that we should be playing with the bigger schools, but also at the same time, like we win states a lot of the years that we play, and that's because we have a quality team despite the size of our school. And we still hang around with the big schools, which is our pride. Like we take pride in playing those regular season games and playing well against them because we know that the playoffs, we're not going to play those same caliber teams.
Yeah, and nobody takes you lightly. All the schools up here, I'm sure they know you guys from club, but it's not like they know you when they play Meridian, they're going to have a walk in the park. Anyone else want to go?
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to play like the bigger schools because I know some like I have friends out like where the 6A schools, and I think it'd be fun to play them.
In the same district? Like you guys would be in the same district, so you would compete,
Yeah, it'd
or
be
or
fun.
or what's that?
It'd be fun to like be in the same district.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think, Aiden, about that?
I mean, I think playing those teams earlier in the season, like WNL, Annandale, they really prepared us. So I mean, and we hung with those teams. Like we're 1-2 against 6A teams. So I think like if we were to go into a district with all big schools, I think we could definitely compete, and it wouldn't be like a mercy rule every game. So it'd be more
No,
competition for us too.
no. And the same thing happens to a certain degree to the Loudon teams. They're in 5 and 4, and the best teams can compete with the sixes. But they play Loudon, and oftentimes a team like Riverside just destroys everybody all season long. So it's not like it does happen in other places too. I want them to start promotion like teams to promote up a level in different sports because I think soccer is one sport, but some sports like football, we have a heavily um, immigrant population that doesn't necessarily favor football. They just get destroyed every year. It'd be nice if they could go down to an easier division and have more fun playing football. But anyway, that's another discussion. But like I said before, you guys know all the kids on the top teams or all the teams in the 6A, right? Because you guys play club and so a lot of the kids anyway, right?
Oh, yeah, I've grown up playing with all the like all the all state and the all met team. Like I've played with the majority of the kids on it, like since a young age too.
Right. So it's no surprises, right? Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aiden,
like
good.
some of the kids from the bigger schools I like play with like on a daily basis, like
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
once or twice a week. I'm at the field with them.
Oh, yeah. Aiden, I'm sure you agree with that as well.
I mean, I didn't. I lived in Germany before this, so
Oh,
all 3 years of high school before senior year, I was in Germany.
oh wow.
So
Yeah. Where were you in Germany, Aiden? What part of Germany were you located, Aiden? Oh, I
Uh,
see. Oh, I think he might have froze up.
Wasn't yeah.
Okay. Well,
uh,
okay. Aiden, what part of Germany were you in?
my connections. I was in Frankfurt.
Oh, cool. Were you playing with
Yeah,
a club, a German club there?
yeah,
Or, of
yeah. I
course.
played. I played with a local club.
Okay, that must have been great training.
Yeah, it was fun. I liked
Yeah.
it.
So, I mean, when you're playing for Meridian, and obviously you played Annandale and Alexandria City, like we mentioned, um, do does your level stay high during the season? I mean, because is your training as competitive as you need? Is the competition level what you need to stay sharp during the season? Is there anything about high school that interrupts your flow and what you're trying to accomplish?
We play a few teams that are just not competitive for us, and then that definitely knocks us off our rhythm. Like we play a team that we beat like 8-0 every year, and it's just hard to wake up for that game and try as hard as you can and put in the same effort. Like the quality definitely goes down a lot for those games. But like when we play a good team, we definitely get up for it enough still. And I think our trade, like we have the caliber of a team to get up for games like that and hang with anyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
You agree with that? Zach, you see it the same way in your one season playing varsity?
Yeah, so I think that playing like smaller teams that like are pretty easy for us, like there's like pros and cons. And like the cons like they already mentioned, but like the pros is that we like try new things and like we can play without like feeling any pressure or anything because we're like a lot of times we're already up by so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I interviewed Jim Smith. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Jim coached the Meridian basketball team and they went to state this year. They go just like you guys, Fletcher said earlier. Many of your teams go to state every other year, so it's not like it's a rare thing. But he coached at Chantilly for many years. I used to referee his ball games, and he liked coming to Meridian because you get to get on a bus and go to new places, and it was different for him than going, to Centerville for the 50th time in his career on a bus on a 5 minute bus ride. Do you guys enjoy that getting on buses and going like to Front Royal or these other places where you have to go and usually you are going to win by by a lot. So
I mean, there's games like Skyline in like Warren County where it's just beautiful to go out there. Like even if we're not playing a game that's good, it's still a fun ride. Like we enjoy being with the team and just looking around the area.
yeah, yeah. You guys, Aiden and Zach, you agree with that?
Yeah, I also think like the bus rides when we go like kind of we go into the country like more and like the nature there is just like really cool on the bus rides.
Yeah, it is. I love a long bus ride, and I think I think we should mix the regions up generally. So I mean, I don't think everyone's going to have bus rides like you guys, but it'd be nice if there was a little bit of um, more of a variety. Aiden, did you get a chance to see the country? Did you enjoy that in your first year here from Germany?
Yeah, I think going out like an hour or 2 hours to places is like it's good team bonding. I think we
Yeah.
get like good time to become good friends with everyone on the team, and obviously like going out to Brentsville or Manassas is pretty like beautiful the rides, like the country and stuff. So
Yeah. Who
yeah,
chooses the music on the bus ride?
Oh shoot, it's like the juniors, but like coach doesn't really like it
yeah,
sometimes. The
Yeah.
music they play.
What is Coach like? What is Coach Grenier, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
Coach
Kind of.
Bennett,
Yeah. What is he like?
he likes rock music.
Oh yeah, he's old school.
Oh yeah, very old.
What kind of rock does he like?
Like we play rock before every game. Like that's our pregame playlist. But like, if you come to our games, you know what it is. It's very specific.
And it's because of him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe he didn't play soccer. Maybe he's
Oh, he did. He
okay.
loved.
He did. Okay. Yeah. He just got to make sure. I've interviewed him before. I didn't check his resume very, very closely. Um, well, we'll get back to soccer in a minute. What's life like at Meridian? So is it it's a smaller school? I guess it's probably about what 1,000 kids or so, 1,200 kids, I guess. Is it a fun place to go to school? I mean, it's a very wealthy school. Anyway, tell us about life at Meridian.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty great. Like everyone knows everyone, but also the people are all very mature there. I feel like no one's doing stupid stuff all the time. It's pretty mature and people behave themselves well. And also like it's pretty like you said privileged. So I mean, it's also a privilege to go there because the teachers are good and all the faculty, everything there is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the teachers I've had at Meridian are like they've all wanted to see me succeed, and I really appreciate like the teaching staff at
Yeah.
Meridian.
Yeah.
For me, like also coming from Germany and like coming into school for 1 year at Meridian, it was like really easy for me to adapt. All the teachers made it, like they made it like a safe space for everyone, and yeah, as Zach said, they wanted to see us all succeed, so it's a pretty nice school to go to. Yeah.
Were you challenged enough here, or was it too easy, or what was the level like in the classroom?
I
I
mean, I've
mean,
heard kids say that it's a challenge.
Oh, it's definitely a great school. But with Aiden in school in Europe, were you at an American school in Europe?
I was at international school.
International school, yeah. So
Yeah.
what was the level like academically for you transferring in?
I mean, at my old school, it was pretty hard, and I think the level is like pretty much the same. I mean, I do like everyone pretty much just like IB class or they take some IB classes, so
Yeah.
the level kind of stays the same. And I think what was different was just like a little bit more of a like professional environment at Meridian. Like there was no like I don't know, there was like not enough free time and stuff. So I don't
Wow.
know.
Keep you out of trouble. I mean,
Yeah.
what's the social life like there? Is it people like to go to football games? Is there a place like hangouts in town there? Do you guys go like McDonald's or a ice cream shop that you guys go to hang out?
I mean, for our grade at least, like a lot of the kids are all friends with each other. Like we all hang out like in big groups of people. It's not like other schools like where they have small friend groups. Like we're all pretty close with each other, especially in like the hallways to our school. Like everyone says hi to each other no matter who you are. Like it's a very close area, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like this one like local place right next to the school. It's called Lazy Mike's, and
Yeah.
like that's where we get food for away games. But also like after school, like people like going there because like they have nice sandwiches and ice cream.
Yeah. Great thing about Falls Church is you can really walk anywhere in that town. I mean,
Yeah.
you could. I mean, you guys are on the end. You're in the end of town, but still, there's not many places you couldn't walk. How about you, Aiden? Was it a nice social life
Yeah.
change to come here?
I mean, I was pretty much friends with everyone, like Fletcher and I was friends with them before because I
Oh,
lived here before I moved to
oh,
Jersey.
okay. Yeah,
So, yeah, I love the social life here. It's probably some of my best friends here. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Did you miss the social life from Germany, from Frankfurt, or did you like it better here?
Um, at my school in Germany, there was kind of a weird dynamic. There was a lot of like rich kids and a lot of like more privileged kids, which is like hard to think about, but since like Meridian's pretty privileged, but there was a lot of like really, really privileged kids. So I kind of like the more chill, laid back like aspect of Meridian.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, getting back to soccer, what's Coach Nathan like? Besides questionable taste in music, but how would you describe his coaching style?
I mean, I think he's very supportive of us. Like he works as hard, but like he knows that's what's best for us. And we've always like done 6 Ams and run a lot during practice, before practice, whenever. Like he'll make us work, but he also knows like clearly that's working out for him. He has a lot of state chips under his belt.
Yeah, yeah, pretty incredible.
Oh
I,
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that like he's like likes motivating us before games, like his speeches. He like tells us these stories and like about these athletes. Like there's this one story he told us is like about this wrestler and he like was the underdog and he like showed up on top and he said he would like tell us like that's who we're gonna be tonight. It motivate all of us. So he's a very motivating guy.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, cool. He gives us those inspirational type speeches. Um, and especially for Fletcher, does his style of play change depending upon the personnel, or you guys have basically played the same way? You guys play the same way every year.
I mean, we kind of just play kick it up top and just play offense. Like that's how we've always done because we've always had good attackers too. So it's like there's no point in messing around in the midfield if we can top who's gonna go score.
You're not trying to get style points out there, huh?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Zach and Aiden, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think we just try and get it up to our forwards as fast as possible, and then we get everyone up, and we just try and create chances.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So let's talk about the 23 team that won. And obviously, I know Zach and Aiden weren't a part of that team, but I assume Fletcher was. You guys won the state 2 years ago. I believe you won on penalties against Charlottesville, right, Fletcher?
It was a pretty crazy game.
Pretty crazy game. What was it like winning that state championship as a sophomore?
I mean, I think it was probably less meaningful to us because we were sophomores. Like we didn't know what it meant to the seniors. Like they
Mhm.
were obviously very emotional, and it was a very emotional for all of us just because it was an intense game and we fought hard all season and had a lot of ups and downs too. But
Yeah.
like just compared to this year, like for me at least, I feel like this year was more fulfilling because it was more of like our team as us. We have 14 seniors. We're all very close friends. Like it just felt like a perfect way to end our careers.
Yeah, that so you guys did lose some games early in the year. I was checking out your record this morning, and but once you got rolling, you were killing people, and then you got to the final, and it was I guess it was 0-0 and it went to penalties, right?
Oh yeah, that year it was first. Well, in the middle of the season, we lost to Manassas Park, which we shouldn't have, and like that was our motivation for the rest of the year. And then once we went to Charlottesville, like we knew we had to win that game more so than any game in the rest of the season because it was just like it was go home after that and just be done with soccer for all the seniors at the time.
Yeah. Did you take a penalty?
No, I got like I got stepped on in the first half of my face, and then
Oh,
I
geez.
was like a heat stroke thing. I was just like messed up, so I didn't take a penalty.
Yeah, that game is not a good memory for you, is it?
No, no, neither of them. I had a heat stroke after the last game.
Oh,
This
well.
state semi or state final.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, what about you, Aiden? Did you guys were you guys playing in high school teams in the American school? I know I believe they do have a team, even though high school sports aren't quite as big as they are in America.
Yeah, we had a team for my high school and we weren't that good, honestly, but yeah, I think Meridian would beat them by a good amount, but it was cool to see the difference between like the Germans at my club and like the international kids at my school. So
There was a big difference.
yeah, club was definitely a lot better.
I see that. Uh, what about you, Zach? You probably been playing, I don't know, 10 or 11, U11, 2011, 2010, right? Um,
But I've been playing. I'm 2009, so and I've been playing
yeah.
since like U9, right? So
Right. Right. Okay. So, did playing high school, was it a big deal to you for the first time? Was it a big step up for you to play at high school?
I mean, yeah, I think it was a big step up, but also what helped with that is that like for Meridian, our school, we let eighth graders play JV, so I got to get like experience with like some of the coaches before like my freshman year, and it really helped playing that year.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, real quickly, and then I'll get to this year. What happened last year? The record wasn't as good. Look, you can't be great every year. Don't want to put that much pressure on you guys, but it looked like it was, more of a tough year for Meridian soccer. So tell us about your junior year. Why don't you go first, Fletcher?
I mean, it was not the best. Like as you said, the record didn't. We got first round in playoffs. It was not a good year for us.
Mm.
But we had a great team. Like we had Felix Green, Tucker, like kids who played high level club as our seniors too. But we just didn't like come together as a team as well, and our mentality wasn't good. And then also like towards the end of the season, we played Fauquier and we should have easily beaten them. And then we were in like 2-2 overtime. We got in like a fight with them and it just like derailed our entire season after
Mm.
that.
Oh, well, that's too bad. Uh, well, look, let's get to this year. What were you guys' expectations going into the year? And why don't we start with Aiden first on this one? What were you thinking coming back to the States and playing high school soccer for the first time here? And then did you have big ambitions, or you're just going out there to see what happens?
I mean, I was really excited coming back this summer or the past summer. I knew that like our team had a lot of quality coming in. And I know like from like when I came back, we were all saying like when we were doing runs on the weekends and stuff, we were all saying like we're gonna win states this year, like it's coming this year. So I remember that, and I think we all had like a certain ambition that we carried, and we kept ourselves true to that, and we put in the work, and yeah, we saw results. So.
Absolutely. How about you, Zach? What were you thinking coming into the season? You're just trying to figure out whether you're going to get on the field or not?
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether because there's like a lot of talent on the squad, so I didn't know whether I was gonna start at first. But like after the season got rolling, I got and like think like people got injured, so I had to step up and I just kept that spot. And I think from the start of the season, or like even preseason, like before preseason, I think we always expected to be like big contenders for states because like we knew how talented of a squad we were.
Yeah.
And
Was
a lot of seniors before they had experience winning that from 2 years ago.
yeah. Zach, did you have a hard time adjusting to the physicalness of the game?
Yeah, I would say so. It was like a lot of people, they're bigger and faster than me. So I just had to adjust and get a little tougher.
Yeah, ready or not, here you are. Well, what about you, Fletcher? So now that last year you guys were good, you guys were talented, but a disappointment. What were you thinking coming? I'm sure you're happy to see Aiden come back home.
I think, yeah, definitely Aiden coming back and just a few other guys like worked a little harder than they did the year before, and it really helped us. Like we didn't have it all together at the start of the year, like we probably should have. It's like I didn't know if we were gonna win states. It was kind of in the air for me, in my opinion. But then once I saw like as the season went on, how they cared and how hard everyone on the team practiced and started to give everything they got, like I knew we would get it because that's how it is in our region, at least in our state, because it's how hard you play, especially when we have our caliber of a team playing against like the kids who aren't as it's not like class six where you have to be really good all year every year.
Yeah,
It's much more just go out there and work hard.
exactly. Well, you beat Washington Liberty early, right? And so you know you had to be good when you beat those guys because that was a quality. That's a quality side.
Oh yeah, that definitely boosted our morale too. Just winning like games against hard teams like that.
Yeah, yeah. And you lost to Annandale. Annandale has that. I guess I can say it now because he's DC United because he's graduated.
I'm
I can't think of his name. Mo. I think
I'm
it's
in
Mo.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very gifted player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they had him. Tell us about the Annandale game.
Well, Fletcher, you didn't play that game, right? I only
Muhammad didn't play either, right?
Yeah, Muhammad didn't play.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was kind of a weird game. We had WNL the day before.
Oh,
We
wow.
went out to Annandale, and we didn't have Fletcher or Henry, like one of our other starting wingers. So we had kind of a mixed up lineup, and I mean, we followed them until a few of our players made like a kind of bad decision on a free kick, and it kind of just led to a goal. Like it went from their side on a free kick directly to our side and into the goal. So
Yeah,
it was a sad game for us, but
yeah,
it got us back in the swing, like so that we weren't like too confident.
yeah. They have a lot of attacking talent. I saw them last year. Boy, they had so many people that could score goals for them. They're fun to watch.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah. So, Zach, what were you thinking around the Annandale game? Were you prominent in that game?
Yeah, a lot of people were out, like Fletcher and Henry, as Aiden said. So it was a bit harder. We didn't have like as much quality up top as we usually have. So it's just really hard for us to score.
Yeah,
But I think if we had Fletcher and Henry, it would have been different.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, everyone says Alexandria City's was the most talented team. Not everyone, but along with McLean, Alexandria City was its most talented team up here. But the season kind of unraveled for them. Even though they got it back together and won districts because they had great kids, great talent. But tell me about the Alexandria game. I know one of you, either you guys or another one of your teammates, sent me some video of that game, and I remember when the Alexandria City guy scored, he didn't even celebrate. So I was like, that's kind of weird. Usually, you celebrate any goals in soccer. So it seemed like they were just, I don't know, not happy that day. But anyway, tell me about that game.
I mean, they're clearly like a really good side. They have kids from every MLS next team in the area. Like
Yeah,
we thought they were going to be the best team we'd play all year, definitely.
yeah,
We had chances to score, we just didn't put them away. And then they scored two goals once we were up 1-0, and we kind of just hung our heads thinking like it's over when we probably shouldn't have. But I don't think they also like they had players on the field that were not their starters at the start of the game, and their center back was telling me that like they were probably upset because they knew they could have played better than they did against us.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, they had, I think they might have had another game the day before or after that game too, I believe.
I think
But
you're right, yeah.
yeah. Hey, no excuses, all right. If you show up, you got to play. Um, so when I look at your schedule, everything makes sense. But then I saw that you tied Manassas Park and Brentsville. So here you are playing these great teams up here, and I don't want to throw shade at those schools because they have talent. But it must have been a surprise to you guys to tie Brentsville and Manassas Park.
I mean, Manassas Park, like every year we battle them. It's never
They're good.
for they have a good team. Like
Yeah.
you don't think they're as good as they are, but they have a good team. They have kids from UCNL teams in this area too.
Yeah.
In Brentsville, like that was kind of just we played not that great. We were up 3-0 and then we let 3 goals. And they have quality too. Like they have a kid who plays VA 08, and that's a really good side. But I mean, we definitely didn't play as well as we could for both those games either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Brentsville, I think we just like let off the gas when we went 3-up. So that was not a good game for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that also taught us a lesson though, because we made sure like when playoffs came and we played Brentsville, we made sure that when we're up by that amount to like not like let off on the gas and just keep on pushing.
Yeah. 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 It's good to be tested during the season. It's always, I mean, we always want to be undefeated, but sometimes you don't learn the right lessons when you win every game.
Right.
And tying a game is not it's not the worst thing in the world, right? So, well, anyway, the the did you guys have a district tournament or not? Was there no district tournament? Okay, yeah, it's weird that you guys parts of the state don't do districts. They do it up in the Class Six up Northern Virginia. They do. They don't do it down in Richmond and Vienna. So you guys go right into the state playoff and the regional playoffs. When you look at your scores, things went very smoothly in the postseason for you guys. It must have been either you guys were playing well or the teams that you were playing weren't together. But what explains such an easy path in the postseason?
I mean, I think the first half of the season and also the end of the season, the regular season, it was perfect for us because it taught us a lot of lessons. Like we have to come out every game as hard as we can. We have to play to the whistle every game too. And I think coming out every game as hard as we did in playoffs, just like it discouraged teams to a very good amount. Like there's kids in every game just like wanting to give up within 20 minutes because we're up too many goals. And that very much helped us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Anyone else want to add to that? To the
Yeah. So like a lot of I remember like in the playoffs that we would go up a good amount of goals like in the first 10 minutes, I would say. And then a lot of teams they would just like kind of just give up and like not like go their hardest.
yeah. Yeah, just give it up. Yep, yep, yep. That's why you gotta get up and then step on the gas and just you gotta have that killer instinct. And yeah, because it doesn't take much to put someone away. They're teetering. If you let them back up, a lot of bad things. I saw a game this year. You guys might have saw it on Instagram, but Chantilly had Wakefield up 2-0 with 10 minutes to go. Their season's over. This is a team. These guys from Wakefield have been playing varsity for 4 years. Great bunch of quality players. Down 2-0, and they scored 2 goals, two penalties in the last 10 minutes, and they won in the game on the worst header you've ever seen. And then he went after that game, and they would have been gone. That was a regional quarter. They went all the way to the state final. They upset McLean. Yeah, so you never can let a team off the mat. Once you have them down, you got to kick them. I mean, yeah. So I'm sure you guys know that as much as I do. So anyway, well, let's get to the state final. Going in, what did you know about Western Albemarle? I've Albemarle, Western Albemarle, Charlottesville. Those are usually pretty good sides.
I mean, they were a good side. I think we underestimated them a little bit too because the team we play in the semifinals was a very good side too.
That was
And
Tab, right?
Christiansburg,
Oh,
That
Christian.
was ordered.
and they were beating us in the start of that game, and we beat them pretty badly after
Well, let's go
that.
back to that. Let's go back to Christiansburg. So that because I know you beat Tab pretty easily in the quarters. The
Yeah.
Christiansburg game, so they got the lead against you guys.
hmm
Oh wow, that must have been a scary moment.
Oh yeah, they had the lead, and then after that, they had like a one-on-one. They had a lot of chances. They could have been up like 2-3-0, and then
Wow.
we just put a couple in, and it just completely changed the game somehow.
Yeah. What was going on back there on defense, Aiden? They were getting one on one with the goalie.
I mean, there was a few mistakes in the first half. But I think when the attack started to like get their groove going, I think the game completely changed. And when we went up like 3-1, 2-1, 3-1, um, a few of their players just started complaining, and it like spread throughout their team, and they just let off the gas. So yeah, winning that game 6-1 was like a big win for us.
Oh, sure, 6-1, 6-1. So Zach, was it really tense, really nerve-wracking being in an elimination game as a freshman?
Yeah, it was. I was like really scared after they scored the first goal because I thought like first like part of me thought this could be like the end of our season, but then we just like our reaction from that first goal, we didn't put our heads down. We just like and fuel us even more to get a goal and like equalize. So I
Yeah,
think that we had the right reaction after that goal.
yeah. Okay, well let's get to the final against Western, and Fletcher has started to say that you guys had maybe underestimated them a bit, and you realize that these guys can play as well, which it is a state final, guys.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that too. Like we knew we had to play a state final, but like we just thought it was not going to be as hard as a game as the day before. And we also had seen them on Instagram and stuff, and like they just didn't intimidate us as much as the team before that, because the team before that had like an insanely good center mid too.
Yeah.
But once we started playing, like their winger, who we didn't think was as good as he was like phenomenal. He was just at that towards the end of the game, he was just creating chances off every time he got the ball.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Was the game ever in doubt?
Oh yeah, like once they scored on us, we definitely we freaked out a little bit. Like we had a drop back. I wasn't even playing striker at the end of the game because we just wanted to hold back and not get scored on again.
Yeah, we knew the momentum like shifted when they scored that goal. And we just like the last 10, 15 minutes, it was really scary. Like they had so many chances, and our goalie came up big a few times. Um,
Wow.
it was scary.
That's the funny thing about soccer, and I hate to say cliches, but you have that two-goal lead, and then when it becomes one, for some reason it freaks you out. Like if it's always a one-goal lead, it doesn't bother you. But when you have a two-goal lead and you think the game's over, and all of a sudden it's not over, it makes you more nervous than you really should be. And it's funny. It's a funny thing about soccer.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I guess they say that two-goal lead is the most dangerous lead or something like that.
So what my teammates were saying.
Yeah, everyone says that. And again, in another, that also happened I was at the Garfield Wakefield game again. Wakefield was down two with 11 minutes.
Mhm.
Garfield was unbelievable. I mean, this team they had so much quality on their team, and they had two great goalies. They had 20 deep. And Wakefield scored that first goal. It was like their first good chance in a long time. And Garfield they just seemed nervous or something. And the next thing you know, we're in overtime. The next thing you know, we're in penalties. And when you get there, um, anyone can win. So what did it feel like after the whistle blew and you won? I mean, what was that feeling? I mean, Fletcher, you had been there before, but this one you had more ownership of. And then, I mean, Aiden, this is your first time playing American high school, and this is Zach's first time playing any kind of high school. But what was the feeling like? Was it one of the greatest moments you've had in your life, or what?
Yeah, I think we all could agree. Like it was just pure joy on our team. Everyone, like our coach was crying. Everyone just
He was
crying.
crying.
Yeah, it was just emotions everywhere. Like it was a great feeling for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody agree with that?
I think like especially the way we won, like it was a very intense game till the last second. And I think that just added to like the happiness we had when we won. And yeah, you could just tell that everyone really wanted it, like from the moment we started the season until the end.
Yeah.
And it just everything like came together.
Was everybody hugging their parents?
So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when there's like 2 minutes left, the ref he like blew a whistle, like it was pretty long, and everyone thought like I know Aiden, I know he definitely got tricked by the ref because we thought
Uh,
it was over, and the ref was like, no, there's still 2 minutes left, but so he kind of baked us out.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it was just like a regular stoppage of play, and he took a little longer on the whistle, so it pulled you. Yeah.
I heard a whistle. I thought it was the end of the game, so I
That was a very depressing moment when you realize I got two more
yeah.
minutes. Yeah. Well, it's never fun to hold on, but it's still better than trying to get a goal. It's so hard to get a goal when you really, really need one.
Mhm.
So Well, good. Well, let's talk about what comes next. So, why don't we start with the seniors? Um, Aiden, you're going to JMU. I have a daughter there, junior. I don't know if you're playing soccer or not, but tell us your plans, what you're going to major in, and why you decided to go to JMU.
At first, I was in between Penn State and JMU, and it was kind of more of a cost thing for me. So, like, yeah, because Penn State's like double the cost, so uh, I kind of feel like I need to go to JMU. And I mean, at orientation like last week, I saw the campus again and the food, and I don't know, I like everything about it. And yeah, I'm majoring in finance.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
There's no one who doesn't like JMU. I
yeah,
mean, matter of fact, they like it a little bit too much is the problem. It's a really good, it's a fun school. It's got great sports. They're great in everything now. It's great food and cafeteria. I think it's one of the highest rated in the state, I believe, maybe the highest. Great academics. Um, but it's my daughter wanted to go to Penn State as well. So it was a matter of I think 65, 70,000 against like 30,000.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this is not even a discussion. Uh, but anyway, Zach, you're gonna have I mean, Aiden, you're gonna have an amazing time. What a great place. So, what about you, Fletcher? You're going to Pitt, another school my daughter wanted to go to as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful campus. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
And
Um, but what? Oh yeah, Aiden, you're not playing soccer at JMU, or you are?
No, not for like T1. I want to play club or something
Oh,
like.
yeah. There's so many kids up here on the club team that I watch play and all that stuff. So anyway, back to Fletcher. What about you? Are you going there for soccer or just to be a student?
I'm just going there to be a student.
Huh? So
Uh,
what are your plans? Why'd you choose Pitt and what are your plans?
like my grandma lives there, so I've just growing up in Pittsburgh pretty much. Like I've been there. I go there every summer pretty much for 4th of July, and I just love it there. Like I've always loved the campus there, and my dad went there too. So like it was kind of a no brainer for me.
Are you a Steelers fan?
Oh yeah, and penguins and everything.
Okay. Do you know what you're going to major in?
Oh yeah, computer science
Yeah.
for how long that lasts.
Oh, that's awesome. It's a great campus. They got lots of great museums there, kind of like DC. They got the Carnegie.
It's
Uh,
beautiful.
yeah, it's nice. They got that trolley or tram that goes through town. It's
Oh, the
pretty.
incline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And the rivers are so cool. I always wanted to go up to those banks, those houses, see what it looks like way up there.
There's
Um,
like restaurants up on top of that mountain that are just crazy. Like they overlook the whole city. It's beautiful.
yeah, yeah. So that'd be awesome. Well, best of luck there, man. So Zach, you're a freshman and you haven't been around that long, but when you look at the players coming back, well, first of all, let's talk about your plans for college. Are you do you know anything about what you want to do when you go to college? Have you thought about that at all? Or are you just the kind of kid who's loving his soccer and just focusing on and getting good grades?
Yeah, that's pretty much well, the second thing is what much me right now. But this one guy on my team, Braden Mellon,
Mhm.
his dad played soccer at West Point, and he's kind of like persuading me to like go into one of those military academies. But I don't know. I've heard good and bad about those.
Yeah, yeah. My only concern about that is the president keeps talking about going to war. So I don't know. It'd be fun if you could just get a good job and get your school paid for. But I don't know. Well, anyway, Zach, what about the team next year? You got a lot of players coming back.
Like half the team,
Hmm.
or
So, you,
maybe a little less than half, because there's so many seniors graduating.
so you think there'll be some quality players that are left?
Yeah, there's definitely some quality players left,
Mhm.
but we're gonna have to rebuild kind of and bring some kids from JV and see what they can do.
Yeah, you never know. Throw them out there and see what happens. Fletcher, you and Aiden, when you look at the team, what do you think about the players coming back? Do you see some potential in some maybe even if not next year, maybe the year after?
I mean, absolutely. Like especially like Zach's a freshman. Like that's unheard of. That freshmen is getting like all state and stuff. Like that definitely is a good sign for the future. But also, like there were some kids who didn't really play much this year, who might play next year, who are also very good players. Like the one kid plays at UCNL for Arlington and didn't play all year. And if he plays next year, like they'll be a very good side if they have all these kids coming back.
Yeah, it all depends on who tries out. I mean, that's what high school soccer is. It's about getting the players in your building to come out and then buy in. So
Absolutely.
yeah, Aiden, you have any opinion on that?
Yeah, I mean, this year we had two freshmen at first, and then we had one called up from JV for playoffs. So three freshmen on varsity is there's definitely like brightness in the future. So and there's also a lot of good kids on JV and juniors and stuff, as Fletcher said, like Yannick and yeah, there's a lot of talent coming up. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about the last month and a half or so in your lives. You had prom. So I don't know if Zach went to prom yet, but you had prom. You had graduation. You may have had beach week. You won a state title. This has been a couple months for you guys. It must have been exhilarating.
Yeah, and I think like yeah, I know definitely had fun at beach week. I was in Italy with my family and my girlfriend, so like I think we were all just celebrating as much as we could, having fun, living up our summers.
Yeah. Yeah. What
Yeah, I
about
mean,
you, Aiden? Was crazy few months?
yeah, it was really fun. We won states on the morning of a Saturday, and then we drove like right down to the beach. So
Oh,
that was
cool.
a pretty cool like experience, and that week was so fun. And yeah, I mean the last few months of high school is like something to remember. Like we're never gonna experience it again. So
No, there's nothing like that.
yeah,
Especially if your team's, wins the state championship as well. When you think about that, that's a lot of great events happening, in quick succession. Zach, what about you? When this is all going on, and you're so young, you probably can't appreciate all of it. But did part of you say, "Man, I'm glad I got a few more years of this"? Were you just enjoying this and like, "I'm glad I'm still here. I got 3 years to do this again."
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. And I know like the other freshmen on the team were thinking that as well. Like we want to repeat what we've done this year and do this as much as we can.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, guys, this has been great. I wanted to end by get you guys shouting out people that have been helpful to the team. Doing well this year, and it might be helping you graduate, or if in Zach's case, uh, acclimating himself quickly to varsity soccer. But just maybe teammates, coaches, youth coaches. Of this is a time to shout out some folks that have been instrumental in your success.
I mean, Coach Grenier definitely is like, there's a reason he gets state play coach of the year every year. Like, he's one of the best coaches I've ever had. He keeps us straight and he keeps us focused and also makes us know like what we have to achieve. And he keeps it there the whole year, the limit, the bar we need to reach, which is amazing. But also like the other captains, Ben and Amin, who didn't, they're busy today. They both stepped up a lot. Like they didn't play club the last few years, but they played this whole year like they've been playing high level club, and it was amazing to see them like lead the team how they did, and also just like step up and play such great soccer.
Yeah. We had a lot of players. My son played at Yorktown, and they went to the state his junior year. And then the next year, many of the seniors didn't play club anymore because they knew they had a chance to make a run. And if you're not playing in college, you're not trying to get scouted.
Mhm.
Your senior club here is kind of a dud because you get so many games. There's only like 10, 11 players. You got forfeits. It's not a great unless you're ACNL, national and whatever. It could be kind of a dud. So.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Anyway, that's great, Fletcher, and glad you shouted out, Coach. How about you, Aiden? Anyone you want to shout out?
yeah, obviously Coach Griner and I think our other two coaches were pretty impactful, especially Coach Max von Schar. His last year. He like retired this year from coaching us. And he was my coach on JV in eighth grade.
Oh,
When
cool.
I'm still here, so it was
Yeah.
cool to connect with him again. And then our other coach, Coach Cruz, he kind of led a lot of our training sessions in playoffs, and he was pretty impactful to us, I think. He like was watching film all the time, and he just like giving us insights into the teams we're playing, and it helped us a lot, I think.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
also, I
Mhm.
think Sarian, who's I don't he could I think he had a game for Arlington right now. He was my center back partner, and we had a great year together, and we really liked playing together. So yeah, I just want to
Yeah, he
shout.
was also first team All State as well, wasn't he?
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you have two first team All State center backs, you're not supposed to lose a whole bunch of games. So, uh, how about you, Zach? Anyone you want to shout out and thank or anything of that nature?
Yeah, I would say of course like all the coaches at Meridian
Mhm.
is Coach Cruz especially like I feel like it's been easier to form a bond with him because he's like so young and he can relate to a bunch of the like high schoolers as we're like also young. And so he's sometimes he says some stuff like it's kind of funny, you know, and it cracks everyone up. And then also just like all the seniors, they like really like want to see me succeed, and I really appreciate it, and I just want to thank them.
Yeah. Well, obviously you're a very talented guy, so they knew their investment would they could sense their investment would pay off. So it's wonderful for both of you guys. So anyway, guys, this has been great. It's so good to meet you guys. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to see you play. See, I used to live in Arlington, but we moved to Lansdowne, where Riverside High School is, Leesburg. So I don't get back quite as much. And when I do, I tend to go to the games in the western part of the county, like Herndon or Westfield or games like that. But I'm sorry to get a chance to see you play. Maybe next year, Zach, I'll get a chance to catch you. But Aiden and Fletcher, wish you the best of luck in college. I know you guys are going to do great. Put the work in, and it'll definitely pay off. So just want to thank you guys for doing that, and tag me on stuff, and let's keep in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you for
us.
having us. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, and Fletcher, thanks for putting it together.
Oh no, thank you for reaching out to us. It's been great.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah. So anyway, again, guys, I really appreciate it.